Hello, I hope you're all doing well. I know it's been quite some time since I've done a video, but I have been up to a lot of production. I've come up with a few new products I wanted to talk about today and maybe even go over a mistake or two I've made in changing up some products. Your feedback is always welcome if you end up getting into my products. I would love to hear what you think about it. One particular one I'll be talking about in a little bit is a new product I made. Kind of stumbled and fell, but I've redesigned it. But what I've really been up to is making a lot of new airgun pellets. Now for me, a BB gun when I was a kid was kind of the gateway drug. You ended up having a BB gun, a more powerful BB gun, a pellet gun. For me as an adult, getting into Umarex and stuff like that. And here lately, I've gotten into big bore air guns. And what I found was most of the ammos for big bore air guns were a little lacking. It was trying different things, had poor fits. I had air getting around the bullet, so I kind of got off into it. And the stuff you see in the background here is actually my building big bore air pellets like 50 cal, 72 cal, quite a few different product line. Anyway, let's talk about what we've already been doing in the past that you probably already know and remember. Down here, we have the typical 50 cal for the pistol, the TR-50, that's shot rounds, which we'll fire off some of those here in a bit. I've actually come up with a little bitty .457 round for the 457 air guns. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Let's see here. There we go. That helped a little bit. So that little one on the end there is actually a 457. Now, the typical 457 is nice enough. I'm powder coating them and all, but I also have one that's got a steel core. It's a 7mm steel ball bearing, and it's actually been swaged in place, so the lead slightly wraps around that steel ball. So it's there until impact. And the next thing you see there is 50 cal. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, why do you have 3 sets of the exact same thing lined up? Well, that's the funny thing about 50 cal. A lot of different people have a lot of different ideas of what 50 cal is. So you have air guns that are firing 50 cal that is .510. You have air guns that are firing 50 cal, but they're designing it around .501. And you have the new AEA Challenger, and their 50 cal is actually .495. And the thing is, these other 2 rounds will not fit in a gun designed for .495. They'll fit in the magazine, but they just won't feed in. So you end up having to make 3 different kinds of 50 cal. And the next stuff, if you've been watching the HDS 68 videos I've made, is all the stuff you remember. Salt round, the glass rounds, both salt and lead shot. You may have not seen this one before. This little bitty blow dart's a little steel rod at the end there. That'll punch a hole right through steel. That's an amazing little bitty round there. My standard blow dart, but then the stuff beyond that is my 68 or my 72 caliber. Like this is my little pellet, and my little pellet for the AEA Zeus 72 is 725 grains of lead. That is a big one. This one, my bigger one, is 835 grains. To give you some idea, if you're firing 22 caliber pellets, it takes 58 22 caliber pellets to equal the same weight as this one pellet for that 72 caliber. Of course, I'm powder coating those as well, and just like I do with the Umarex, I've made this injection molded wax rounds. Bigger, of course, because you throw a lot more lead down range with an air gun like that. This particular one's got 400 grain of lead shot down inside it. Soft targets, it doesn't break. Hard targets, it tends to shatter and kind of go everywhere. And I even have a loose shot round, which is kind of handy. The drag on the paper and cardboard after it leaves the barrel is so great, it starts slowing down, but the mass of the lead shot inside just pops a hole right through this little thin end of cardboard and wax, so you end up getting a regular shot pattern just like any other shotgun. So new products. Well, let's say you're a TR-50 fan. Here's where I stumbled recently. I made these little bitty rounds just like the shot rounds, but I didn't think it completely through because as you can see, that little steel ball, or lead ball in this case, is sticking out a little bit. Well, that doesn't fit in the cylinder. So I've had to rethink this a little bit. I've come up with a different design that does fit, and I should have those available pretty quickly. And you'll be able to fire a single 32 caliber 50 grain lead ball out of your TR-50. Come in pretty handy. The next new product is this. Well, This is a little injection molded thing I've had made. Let's say you are firing your TR-50. Ammo's cheap, you got a lot of 50 caliber ammo sitting around, but you also have an HDS-68. Well, if you have a HDS-68, you know the barrels are not orange on the end. That is one of these. It's a friction fit. It goes down in there very snugly. I actually have to use a dowel rod to drive them out. I mean, they're really in there good, but they're not going to pass through. So what I can do is take my TR-50 ammo and put it right down in there, shut it, got a very, very good fit there, and be able to fire this 50 cal ammo out of my HDS-68. And with that said, let's get this thing turned here, aim it at some breakable stuff, and let's see. So this is my HDS-68 making some noise. That is making some noise. And here is the TR-50 with the shot rounds. So, as you can see, both of them are very, very effective. And again, if you end up having HDS-68 and a TR-50 and want these adapters, I should have them available pretty soon. Anyway, that's all I've been up to. I hope you all are having a great time, and I hope you have an excellent day. Take care.